On this episode of Think, Ink, and Drink.
He ain't my blood, ain't got my name, but if he did, I'd feel the same. I wasn't there for his first steps, but I ain't missed a ball.
Elvie Shane, the newest country music star who just topped the country Billboard charts at #1 with his breakout hit, My Boy.
That's my choice. He ain't my blood, but he's my boy. Oh, jazz note.
Dude, that is, you know what we should do? You should do that. I bet you if you put that on YouTube, what would happen?
This is what happened. He's had over 10 million views already on YouTube for his My Boy video. The song has become a viral sensation, an anthem of love for millions of blended families who've posted their own heartfelt and often emotional tributes. So when my friend Elvie was ready for a new tattoo to honor his late granddad, it was the perfect excuse for me to head to one of my favorite places in America, Nashville, Tennessee.
All the lessons I learned was from the working man, and I feel like with this tattoo, you got this guy in a blue-collar working outfit. He's got the weight of the world on his shoulders, and I know how that feels sometimes as, you know, just a blue-collar working man myself.
And when was the last time that you checked into a hotel and found out that it actually used to be a brothel? Oh, and there's the Climax Saloon. I wonder how many people stand under there for a picture. We should get a picture. Trust me, with me doing this 15 years, I'd be in jail if they used every single thing. I mean,
Have you done time?
This may sound like an odd question, but which way to the brothel?
Well, hey man, I got all night and we got a lot of bourbon.
Wait, do we just tap something? Do we just hit a button? I think the rain's about to pour. Shit, the bourbon.
Elvie Shane was raised on gospel and soul music from a very young age in Caneyville, Kentucky. It wasn't until he met his wife, Mandy, and her son, Caleb, that the inspiration was born for the song, My Boy.
So I didn't know Elvie the first time I heard his song, My Boy, you know, and I heard that song and man, it was like written for me and my family. And, you know, I don't talk about it much, or I don't like see it as anything different, but you know, all 4 of my kids are adopted. You know, they're my kids, I'm their dad. I don't see them as my adopted kids, I never have. When I heard My Boy and I then heard, it was like, man, I get that.
My wife's parents have always been so awesome in helping and making sure that Caleb had the best life he could possibly have. When I play My Boy, I dedicate that song to her father a lot because he's been such a father to Caleb, you know, for the 5 years leading up to me meeting him. And I'm just blessed with the opportunity to be able to be a bigger part in this boy's life because of the situation that's been dealt.
When was the first time that Caleb called you dad? And what was
You know, Caleb called me dad only, to this day, he's called me dad one time. It's a memory that I hold dear. And he gave me a baseball for Father's Day one year, and it was in a box, and it said MVP, Most Valuable Pop, to Dad from Caleb. And that's on my nightstand to this day. I've been there ever since. It's not as important to me, I guess, that I'm called dad as much as I know that I'm being that, you know, to the best of my ability.
How's that change your life, that song? What happened?
Oh man, you know, a year and a half after we wrote it, a couple of us got publishing deals, so I started making money writing songs, which was a huge dream. Was able to supply and provide for my family with my art, and that meant the world to me. A little while after that, I was able to secure a record deal with Broken Bow and get in the studio and start creating music that was close to me, so that was a dream. Now I'm playing for thousands of people every weekend and got a whole record, you know, of songs that are close to me and come from an honest place. It's that one song, that woman and that child have created the life that I've always dreamt of.
Opened the door.
Yeah, and let me run right through it.
Well,
So it's pouring rain out, and I'm meeting Elvie at the Dead Ahead Tattoo Shop in Nashville. He's working with a guy named Abel, really good artist who's done a bunch of Elvie's tattoos in the past.
Thanks for letting us cramp your style today, man. I love the shop.
So I was supposed to fly in yesterday and get here like around noon or 1 o'clock, and my son had his first baseball game of the season. But I didn't know that when I booked the ticket. The thing came up and that was it. And then it was like the day before, and I was like doing, you know, prepping for this, and the My Boy video came on again. He's like, I haven't missed a ball game. Yeah.
But I ain't missed a ball game yet.
So I'm like, how do I go film with this guy where we're talking his whole story is so real and authentic, and I'm skipping my kid's first ball game? So this is what I got to see yesterday. I'm gonna show you.
All right, baby.
You hear me screaming at the top
Look
of my
at
lungs.
that.
yeah.
That was worth it. All right there.
Take a double, take a double.
Oh, come on, baby. Dude, that's awesome.
You just can't get those moments back. So I texted him, I'm like, haven't missed a ball game yet. I said, I'm like, damn you, Elvie Shane. I'm
Priorities,
like,
man.
But good, yeah. This is a meaningful tattoo in honor of Elvie's late grandfather. It's on prime arm real estate. So Elvie booked an appointment with Abel Data, a solid, well-known Nashville tattoo artist. He specializes in portraits and custom realism.
What's up, brother?
What's going
All
on?
right.
We got it?
I think so.
Oh,
I think we got all
dude,
the
that is
elements.
gonna be sick. On my arm right there.
Look at that, man.
Dude, can we make just a couple of adjustments
That's
here?
super easy.
All right, cool. Let's do, I would like to line this up. What if we add one right here, Abel? Like, what if we come and add this right here?
Another level.
All right, the Bible. Could we
Yes.
twist it a little more like the original, like my drawing, and put the cross right here? So, I used to be a preacher, so this is kind of like a little ode to that.
Yeah, we can do that. Like I said, when it comes to stencils, like when you're dealing with stuff that's already small, full body, I try to keep things as simple as possible because otherwise it literally, the stencils look like a nightmare.
And I understand like how to do this stuff on paper and an iPad, but you understand how it's going to
Yeah.
translate on skin. So cool, man.
Cool. Just give me, like I said, 5-10 minutes and
All right,
I'll be back.
Thanks, boss.
Yep.
Cool. You know, this is like my logo, and y'all can throw that up. My actual logo has a circle in there too, and it's like, you know, keep your wings spread, but keep your circle tight. And I actually drew it when I was a teenager, and when I started doing all this, I was like, I've got a logo, you know? I was in Florida and trying to decide if I was really gonna do this or not. And I was looking at my family out in the ocean, and I thought, well, if I get a hand tattoo, it might be hard to get a desk job, you know? So this was kind of my dedication to music. This one here, this was
88 or Jump Out 88 or
Jump Out or Ride. It's just that. And then 88, I was born in 88. I had two friends that were born in 88, Chad Lindsay and Seth Stewart. We started a group called 88 because we were all three born in 88. We rehearsed in a garage on Highway 88 in my hometown at my buddy Patrick Dunham's. And then Jump Out or Ride, I was in my car with one of these boys with me one night, and we may or may not have had some stuff in the car that we should or shouldn't have had. And a cop was coming and turned around on me because I was speeding and I didn't want to go to jail, so I took off. And my buddy freaked out a little bit, and I slowed down to 35 and was like, jump out and ride, bro, but I gotta go. And so when I got the tattoo, they told me he'd pay for it if I got that. So
Did he jump out at 35?
he didn't jump out. He decided to ride, and we got home, and then life has gotten better since then. I don't have to worry about those things. I've still got a lot of real estate.
Yeah, come on, man.
Sorry, Mom. That's it, man. I'm pumped. Yes,
Sweet.
sir. It's rock and roll. Time for a tattoo, y'all.
Yeah.
Whew. Haven't got one of these in a while. There we go. Cool.
Now for the test, man. The
Yes,
shirt
I can-
test.
I'm way more down with that. All right. Here we go. I changed my mind.
I got a public education, but it didn't come from class. It came from the long rides home on a bus in the back, where we learned how to cuss from them high school kids. Throw a punch, take a punch, steal a kiss. Yeah, she had 2 years on me the day I turned 16. I had a Fox body Mustang, she had a body like a dream. We ran on young love.
This is a big tribute to my grandfather, my Papa Poole. We lost him right after COVID started, not because of COVID, but he had lung cancer. But this dude was up every morning at 4 o'clock in the morning his entire life, put his boots on at 4 in the morning and didn't take them off till 10 o'clock at night. He was a dairy farmer and a Marine for years and years, a Marine Corps drill instructor. I never heard him say a cuss word in my life. And like strongest guy I ever met. He was the biggest example to me of you don't know what you got till it's gone, because he lived so far away that I only seen him like 1 week a year. But then when he passed away, it's just like ever since then I've like realized little things that I learned from him along the way, and most of it is just about working hard and trying to be a good person. Also, there's a code in here that I kind of put into this design for a card trick that my grandpa made up in the Marines, and he taught it to me, and he taught it to his grandkids and his kids, but I'm only allowed to teach it to, my kids or my grandkids. And one day when I teach my kids and my grandkids, then I'll be able to show them the code within the tattoo. Maybe this tattoo will be something that gets passed down, we'll see, as my papa was. Just a very unassuming force to be reckoned with, so big tribute to him and the working man. I grew up, everyone I ever grew up around, all the lessons I learned was from a working man, and I feel like, with this tattoo, you got this guy in a blue collar working outfit. He's got the weight of the world on his shoulders, and I know how that feels sometimes as, just a blue collar working man myself, and I feel very fortunate to be out here and doing what I'm doing, and hopefully be a voice for those kind of people with my music.
Who got the street smarts running down them county roads, county roads, county roads, county roads, county
Your arm's probably very tired.
Yeah, my arm's fine.
I had to take this off. Oh my God,
See
bro.
all the white and the wrench, especially.
Yes. Like it's pop, makes it pop. Holy that is insane. It looks like my papa, man. Bro, thank you, man.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, dude. Just 4 hours up one night trying to figure out something.
I'm glad we figured it out.
I can't wait to see my mom's response.
What you got there, man?
Dude, check this out, man.
Damn, that looks good. Oh, I love the color.
Cheers to the new tattoo, to Abel, amazing design.
man.
Elvie sitting sharp and like a champion, man. Beautiful
Cheers,
tattoo.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, man.
To the vets, to all the veterans.
Really good.
Really good. It's good. Give him 3 more. He won't. The 4th one will be really.
You broke Abel.
I broke Abel. When I put this record together, it was a biography of my life. There's 3 sections of this record, and it starts with the end. You get this song, "I Will Run," and there's one line in there that sets the course for the entire record. And it says, "These days it's who I'm running to, not what I'm running from." And when I originally wrote that song, what that line meant to me was my wife. But I look at it such with more of a broader scope these days. It's like my destiny. It's what I'm meant to do in life, right? That's what I'm running to these days. So then you leave that and you go into the things that I'm running from, and it's you go into the recklessness of youth and the mistakes you make and the things you learn from them with songs like "Love, Cold Beer, and Cheap Smoke" and "County Roads." And
Now, why is that the first one I played? When you sent me the album and said, "This is about to be released in a month," you said, "Don't fuck up and put it on your social media. It's not out yet."
Yeah.
but
Well-
the first one, I think that was like song number 3.
it's 2.
There's a 2. But I skipped everything else and went right to
Love, Cold Beer, and Cheap
Love,
Smoke.
Cold Beer, and Cheap Smoke. And I'm like, and I texted you, I listened to it once. I said, "Damn, man, that's my theme song." And you're like, "It's my theme song."
Yeah.
I think it's every guy's theme song.
I think,
man.
yeah, that's the thing, right? And that speaks to the point of the record. You have all these monumental moments of youth in that first chapter of the record. And then you go on to what I call the Mandy years. That starts with My Kind of Trouble, because when I seen her walk in, I was at a bar and I was like, that's the kind of trouble I can get into,
In a good way, yeah.
And then, but Saturday Night Me is a song that compares her to the stained glass and me being the neon, and then you get to my Nashville years, and then you end with Miles, which we'll get to that later. But the whole thing is, I was looking at this record and I thought, okay, so I grew up in small town Kentucky. Where'd you grow up?
New Jersey.
New Jersey, okay.
The whole
so
thing's one big small town, just a shit ton of people crammed in.
But Love, Cold Beer, and Cheap Smokes is a song that you resonated with.
Well, it's because what we did, man. We were kids. And
Well, I know nothing about growing up in New Jersey, and you know nothing about growing up in Caneyville, Kentucky.
But we know what it's like to grow up and be 16 and 17
Those
and
experiences, yeah, man.
18.
So
They translate.
I looked at this record after I got all the songs put together, and I thought, man, there's a lot of difference in probably location, but I feel like the things that we all can relate to are those reckless moments of youth, your first love, how bad it hurt to watch it go, when you do find, true love and mistakes and all that stuff. Like, those are all things that are universal.
Okay, tattoo, check. Bourbon, yeah, check. More of that later too. So I've already got a cowboy hat. I guess it's time to buy me a pair of boots. All right, so I got my hat on. I got you. I mean, and you're authentic. I mean, I'm going boot shopping
You're
with a real.
authentic, baby. Look at you.
But I'm New Jersey cowboy. You're,
Okay. Well, you're at the right place to find some cool boots. Throughout the history of country music, like when you make it in country music, you always want to be getting you a pair of Lucchese's, right? So,
And when I put these on, I'm all of a sudden gonna be able to sing and play guitar.
oh, you'll
too.
be like Johnny Cash.
Okay.
Automatically, it happens. We'll work on it.
What do you normally wear? Like right now, you got some pointed tips.
I like what we call what we call back home is like a cowboy toe. So I'm more like this. I got some snips on right now, some pointy toes, more of a cowboy boot style.
How did you come up with like your look? Because you haven't had stylists and everything, like your jewelry, everything.
Well, my dad was a truck driver, and he always kind of had his style. Wore Levi's or Wrangler, kind of slim cut jeans and cowboy boots, and mostly like cut off tees and stuff like that, and a cap. I would see like my papaw, he would wear a couple rings and stuff, so just picked it up from people I looked up to. I would see people like Keith Richards or Johnny Depp or Steven Tyler and be like, man, these dudes, they look cool, So I'd just rock that kind of stuff and try to rock it and maybe get picked on a little bit for it, I haven't bought any more expensive clothes. I just found out how to wear them where they fit better, so they look more expensive.
And this place is like really cheap. It's inexpensive.
Oh
right?
yeah, super cheap. Like you're talking like a 1 and a 5 is definitely gonna be in there.
$15,000.
Look, it's the whole thing.
Three
Where's the
snakes.
head? Oh, it's on here. Check it out. That's wild.
These were the eyes, right here.
This is a whole freaking alligator,
cool.
or crocodile, or something right here.
You see this? You can see the eyes right here. Like, hello,
Hello.
hello.
Look at that.
We're in Nashville, the country music capital of the world. Elvie's like got the #1 song. It's pretty well known and pretty recognizable anywhere he goes, even outside of Nashville, but in Nashville for sure. And this guy comes over, and he's a good old Texas boy, a sales guy, nice guy. And he had no idea who Elvie was. Now, these just for show? I mean, now he knows how to play a little bit.
I don't know what I.
He just learned how to play.
When'd you show?
Play like just 2 or 3 chords from that one song I taught you. I called it My Boy, remember?
Oh. Man, that thing is actually in.
You know what? I might have tuned that up a long time ago.
That's good, because he doesn't know how to tune the guitar, but watch this song I just taught him.
Let's hear it.
He ain't got my smile. That don't bother me a bit.
Pretty good for a guy who just learned.
Not bad.
Somebody else's eyes. I'm seeing myself in.
Good, good, you got it.
I'm holding on to every moment. God
And
knows I
I'm like, he's pretty good, huh? And the guy's like,
the day we
yeah.
met, I knew I had
this guy like had no idea. Took him a few times to get that part, but
He
he's
ain't
good
my
now.
blood, ain't got my name. But if he did, I'd feel the same. I wasn't there for his first steps, but I ain't missed a ball game yet.
The guy's sitting there playing this ostrich guitar who just wandered in off the street looking for boots as the #1 country song on Billboard charts right now. And he's just kind of like, good, cool.
He's my boy. Oh, jazz note.
That is, you know what we should do? You should do that. I bet you if you put that on YouTube, what would happen? Right, well, we all know what would happen.
Try them babies on.
No, can I, Mr. Boot, sir? What's your name, sir?
Those boots.
Logan. I have a real honest question for Logan. What's the biggest discount you've ever given, just out of curiosity, asking randomly for no reason? So what's the number? So even if we do 3 pair between us, we're not gonna do nothing? 10% off, right there. Okay, yeah, tell you what, I'll give you a guitar lesson, a singing lesson, look what it did for him. Otherwise we're chipping in and getting 1 boot, and then it's gonna be sad, and then we're just gonna drink our bourbon out of our 1 boot tonight. Fine, 10%, you beat me down. You beat me down. And no, we never got a discount, but we had fun.
I mean, you can't hide money.
For money. All right. Oh. They're doing 20% off today, but you gotta ask. All right, let's roll.
Get them. All right. See you guys. All right. Some fresh Lou Casey's, baby.
I said, hey man, this show's called Think, Ink, and Drink. So what do you want to drink? He's like, oh, do you like bourbon? I'm like, yeah.
This is a 9/11 commemorative.
Yeah, man.
I just love what this company stands for, man, and where it comes from and everything. Horse Soldier, Commander Select, 13-year-old, Kentucky bourbon whiskey. If we all celebrated September 12th, 2001 the way we mourn September 11th, 2001, this country would be a lot better place to live right now. Because the September 12th, 2001, they were out there sticking all the flags up at Ground Zero. It was like the most unity I've ever seen in our country. It's crazy. These guys went in and they sent them in to work with some of the locals there and trying to fight the Taliban, and they ended up having to do it on horseback.
The Grand Berets, right?
Yeah, so 12 guys on horseback, probably several of them had never even ridden a horse, and they go in and take out a bunch of these strongholds, side by side with other people from, Afghanistan. I think that we forget too that, we think so much about the soldiers that we've lost and the people we've lost in this war, but there's a lot of people over there that have helped us and innocent lives that have been lost over there in that country too. So,
No, that was spot on. The only thing you made is one mistake. You know what that is?
What?
You put the damn thing back in the box. You're supposed to open it.
I didn't know that. I thought we were waiting.
Open it,
I thought we were waiting. Hey, you ain't got to twist my arm.
If we run fast enough, if we lay it all on love, maybe we.
Cheers to you, brother.
Cheers to you, brother.
Boom.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
How'd you come up with Backsliders? What does that mean specifically?
So,
You talked
yeah.
about your faith before.
Backslider to me, I wake up every day and I want to do the best I can, no matter with what it is. If I want to eat better, if I want to treat people better, whatever. But sometimes life throws things at you and you falter or you get off course. And
Slide backwards.
yeah, you slide back, man. And the thing is hey, can you get up tomorrow and try to do better than you did today? And so Backslider to me became a way of saying that I'm human, but I have faith. The paradox of the cover art of me praying, and I actually said a prayer while I was taking that picture. I remember as we were taking the picture, I put my hands together and I was like, I don't want this to be a pose. I want this to be real. So I said a prayer, and then we get that picture back and all this had happened, and I thought, Backslider and a picture of me praying. Well, if that ain't human, then what is? Because life's just one big paradox at the end of the day anyway. And yeah, it's simple. The simple answer is, man, Backslider just means human.
If you could play one little riff from Backslider, what would it be?
The song My Boy is very dear to me and it's changed my life in a lot of ways, but historically, the song that's been with me for my entire life is a song called Miles, which is on the back of the record. And it's a song that when we started writing it, I approached it from a place of trying to call my dad out on his bullshit. He was a truck driver and didn't always spend his money in the best places, didn't always do exactly like he should have, I guess, as a father, but he also, I feel like, did the best he could with the cards he was dealt. But in writing that song and trying to call my dad out a little bit and also honor him at the same time, I got to the bridge of the song and I found out that I am my father. I'm my father's son, and now I'm out here on the road, and the difference is he was driving a truck and I'm riding in the bunk of a bus, but the same struggles come along with it. And so that song would be the one probably. One thing I love to do with my music when I get the opportunity is tip my hat or tribute to other artists. And here, this version, you'll hear me say, Little Rock and Roller on the radio, you're gonna miss your boys, but it's time to go. And Little Rock and Roller was a song by one of my musical heroes, Steve Earle. And it was a song on his first record that my dad would tell me to listen to if I missed him. So go check out Little Rock and Roller and you'll understand. But also on the recorded version of this, the way that we start the song was a tip of the hat to a brilliant hip hop artist by the name of Mac Miller. Mac Miller, not Mick Miller. But yeah, he was just a very authentic and honest artist, and he put a lot of heart and soul into the work he did. And there's a song, 2009, that he did that means a lot to me, because 2009 was a rough year for myself. But
he just died recently.
Yeah, just recently. Yeah, just died of
some demons.
Yeah, man, and
we all do, but you know, sometimes they win, sometimes we win.
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep winning against mine, you know what I mean? But no, Miles, this is it's probably the most honest song on the entire record. Spray a little ether in the breather and hope she cranks. Pour a little Folgers from a thermos and take a drink. Hard pack them Marlboro Reds. Check the oil and the recap treads. Little rock and roller on the radio. You're gonna miss your boys, but it's time to go. Put 18 hours on 18 wheels with little white pills nipping at your heels. Like some outlaw asphalt cowboy in the wind. Riding high till you run out, it's an uphill battle just gearing down. Trying to get somewhere on a road that just don't end. Racing time and losing miles, you'll never get back again. Whoa. Little boy wishing he was fishing in his dreams. Never got to know you too good, now he says things he don't mean. You couldn't make a good thing last, always had to go so fast. But age caught up, slowed you down, and the days they just fly by now. Like 18 hours on 18 wheels with little white pills nipping at your heels. Like some outlaw asphalt cowboy in the wind. Riding high till you run out, it's an uphill battle just gearing down. Trying to get somewhere on a road that just don't end. Racing time and losing miles, you'll never get back again. Whoa. Whoa. Well, this cat in the cradle never got a silver spoon. Now I run the roads just like you. There's cities between her and me in real life. Man, I swear that it feels like 18 hours on 18 wheels with little white pills nipping at my heels. Like some outlaw asphalt cowboy in the wind. Riding high till I run out, it's an uphill battle just gearing down. Trying to get somewhere on a road that just don't end. Racing time and losing miles, I'll never get back again. Whoa. Whoa.
To sit outside and have a couple of bourbon with someone like Elvie is just, I mean, it's like talking to someone that you feel like you've known your whole life, even though I had just met him the day before.
What's next? Like, if you could look ahead 10 years? I mean, is it selling out stadiums? Is it selling records? Is it traveling and being anonymous and say, I did this and I have a big family? What?
I want to be a great artist, and not in the sense that, you know, I have all these awards and everything for being a great artist, but just being an artist that I'm happy with being, and that I can lay my head down at night with being, and that has touched people through my music in some way, form, or fashion. And I want to be a great father and a great husband. And I want to, you know, my mom always feared this life for me. You know, my whole life she told me she didn't want me to do this because it was associated with, you know, so many bad things, drugs, and not being able to have a steady family. And, you know, she
Well, hell, man, you did that before you became famous.
yeah, so I got it all out of the way. I got
It's
it
had
all
nothing
out
to do
of the
with
way.
music. That was just you.
That was just me. It's still in there too. It's just he just don't show his face as often. But no, man, I want to beat the odds. I want to have a very, very successful marriage. I want to be a successful father. I want my kids to know that you can do something incredible in life, and I want to put music out that I'm proud of, and all the other stuff is just huge bonuses. Dude, I mean it from the depths of my soul. It's all extra. You know, making money's great, and I'd love to do that too. But if I'm able to lay my head down at night, knowing that I'm doing what I love to do, I'm being honest to who I am, and that the person laying in the bed beside me is happy with who I am and what I'm doing, then I feel like I'm a successful man. Cheers, bro.
Cheers, bro.
Thank you, bro.
We were seeing that when we were talking to all the people who watched My Boy and did little videos, we wanted to edit our own little clip of those people. You've probably seen a bunch of these, but maybe not like this.
I remember this one right here for sure.
Feel the same. I wasn't there for his first steps, but I ain't missed a ball game yet. And that ain't never gonna change. I can never walk away. Yeah, he's my son, and that's my choice. He ain't my blood, but he's my boy.
It's just wild to me how those kids can like be that age and understand.
That's the most beautiful thing.
Ain't my blood, but he's my boy. He ain't got my smile, that don't bother me a bit. He's got somebody else's eyes.
I argue with one of my co-writers about this line. He's my son and that's my choice. He wanted it to be my pride and joy, and I was like, no, man, like you got to make that choice. You know, you have to look at yourself in the mirror and make the choice whether or not you're man enough to try to step up to this, you know. So I love it when people highlight that line in the song. This was the first one I ever seen. Amidst all the racial tension that was going on that year and everything, and then this was the first one I seen, and it was just it meant that much more to me because of that, and it just like it showed the power that love had over all of that shit that was going on, man.
I wasn't there for his first steps, but I ain't missed a ball game yet. That ain't never gonna change.
I feel like they're my friends.
I can never walk away. Yeah, he's my son, and that's my choice. He ain't my blood, but he's my boy.
I don't know. That's a pretty cool thing to be a part of, man. I appreciate all those people making those videos, and I mean, the one thing that the song did that we never really knew that it was going to do is like through those videos on TikTok and all that stuff that happened on there, we were able to see like, it created a way for people to say I love you in a way that maybe they had never really been able to say before. I thought that was really, it was just a really cool thing. So no matter what happens with this song from here on out, I feel like the song won. You know what I mean? It got out there and it did what it was supposed to do, and it touched people, and I'm just happy to be the vessel that gets to deliver the message. Thank you guys for that.